This is the Daily Dirty.
The Daily Dirty. Breaking pop culture news, influencer drama, and everything in between.
Daily Dirty.
On Unwell On Air.
Welcome to the Daily Dirty. I'm Sequoia Holmes.
I'm Fiona Shea.
I'm Hannah Kosh. Happy Monday and happy June.
Happy June.
And happy back on the West Coast.
Yes, it's my birthday month.
Birthday month.
Hey,
Thought I'd throw that out there.
we're only 12 days away from Sequoia's birthday. The countdown starts now.
Oh, yeah. Getting into today's stories, center star Hailee Steinfeld has officially married Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. Sydney Sweeney's latest collab involves her bathwater. Ariana Grande is still in her movie era after being cast in another iconic franchise. Plus, Music Monday, where we are discussing Taylor Swift buying back all of her masters. But first, Kylie and Temmie continue to show up for the Knicks.
Who would have thought that Timothée Chalamet would get Kylie in Indiana courtside at a game?
Not Kylie, I don't think. The way she was shocked.
Yeah, she had to call up the PJ pilot and be like, yo, new route. We're going to Indiana, babe.
Going to Indiana, yeah.
He's like, pardon? Like, what?
I love that she went.
So, I like that she went too.
So, yeah, they were at the game on Thursday in New York.
Yes.
And we were in New York, literally right across from Madison Square Garden watching, which was so much fun. The Knicks won by a lot. The atmosphere was so much fun.
They sure did win by a lot.
They kind of smacked the shit out of
Yeah,
them.
it wasn't close at any point.
No, it's weird how professional sports, me as someone who doesn't know much about professional sports, work like that, where it's like you kill the team one night and then 2 nights later it's a whole different story.
I find that so strange because they were playing the Pacers still, right?
Yeah, they're playing in the
that
series.
so strange. I'm like, did they get new players on the Pacers between that night and what happened the next night?
Or is it really like because everyone is performing at such a high level that is it really dependent on just like how your team is working together?
Yeah.
And if someone is a little off and not rebounded,
Yeah.
like misses a few, then it's like, ooh, energy's off. Okay, now we're down 10. Now we're down 50, which just kind of seemed what happened Saturday night.
There are like studies that show they can predict what team is going to win based on what time zone the teams are playing in and what time zone they're coming from.
Yep.
So like if you're in like a 3-hour time zone difference, you're tired. And so you're just like not playing as well.
Yep.
Versus if you're at home or if you're,
True.
whatever.
True. There are just so many factors that go into like
A lot of
your
factors.
physical performance.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the game wasn't as good Saturday night.
Yep. So the Knicks ended up losing on Saturday night,
Which puts them out.
But so they're done, which is sad. So that means the Pacers is going to the NBA Finals, which is exciting because I feel like they're an underdog team.
They are.
And I love an underdog.
Same. I wanted the Knicks to be the underdog team, but
Same.
yes.
But yeah, Kylie and Temmie were there courtside again. They kind of had matching Knicks outfits. They were posing for the cameras. They were all over social. I was just like, they are in.
They went real big with this outfit.
Real big.
So
Wow.
Timmy's got the like kind of racer Oakley 90s bowling vibe. You know, the chain I think was still on. But he's got, I think it's Chrome Hearts, right, Hannah?
Yeah.
He's got this orange and blue outfit. Really cute.
Yeah.
I like this.
I know.
Is it a jumpsuit or is it 2 different pieces? Are the pants on the top 2 different pieces?
Yeah, I think
It
it's
looks like 2 different pieces.
Okay.
He's got orange shoes on, and then Kylie's coming through with a blue and orange. Kind of looks like vintage Knicks, like windbreaker, which I thought was also fun.
I love her windbreaker. I'm
Me
not going to hold
too.
you. Something about orange shoes is an ick for
Timmy's
me.
wearing the orange sleeves.
Timmy having on orange shoes is a little bit of an ick for me. I'm not sure what's
his
happening.
face
I was
in
gonna
this photo of them sitting courtside, he's just like smiling so sweetly.
Out of all of the things in his outfit, from the sunglasses to the suit, you're mad
To
at
be
his
fair,
shoes?
I don't like any of it,
Okay.
but I don't like the sunglasses. I actually kind of like the whole suit, but the orange shoes really kind of blows me. You could have just done a nice white Air Force.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Nice
Would've
white,
been good.
Nice white Air Forces would have been good. I think my favorite Timmy look was from Thursday night's game, where everyone was saying he looked like a 90s bowler.
Yeah.
When he had the shirt and the same like similar style sunglasses.
Mm.
This, I feel like these looks are really fun for Timmy.
Yeah.
And people are responding really well online, being like, wow, white boy swag is back. Like, I haven't seen a white boy dressed like this since like in decades.
Yeah.
Don't let Chet Hanks hear that. He thinks he brought back white boy swag.
Oh, Lord.
Kylie also posted a Instagram story of her suitcase going to the game, and she had like 4 different Knicks hats. She had jackets, the blue Birkin, and fans were also quick to notice that there was some blue and orange lacy looking lingerie.
It looked like a little bra. You know, she was like, Timmy, it's okay that we lost.
Right.
Look what I got on underneath.
She's trying to make sure she's getting fucked regardless.
Because she reposted HBO Max's clip from Sex and the City, right?
Yep.
Okay, we should play it because the internet was kind of buzzing about this. HBO Max, their brand account, posted a clip from Sex and the City where Samantha is saying, like, you know, we only have sex if the Knicks win.
Right.
So let's play it. I think we have it queued up.
And when did we start caring about basketball?
Dawn is obsessed. I don't get laid unless the Knicks win.
And then Kylie hit that with a repost.
She reposted that. So funny. That is very funny.
That's very funny. Love that she engaged with it like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know HBO is pretty pleased about
Oh my
about
God.
that reshare.
I'm sure they're so excited for the reshare. Keeping it pushing, in more celebrity couple news, actress Hailee Steinfeld has married Bills quarterback Josh Allen.
Yep. So Hailee and Josh officially got married on Saturday, May 1st in Ventura, California this weekend. Some paparazzi pictures were taken, and Hailey's wearing a white strapless wedding gown with some gloves, which I feel like I really liked the gloves.
I love a glove. I need to implement that for my own wedding.
I like the gloves too. I bet they looked even better in person because in the photographs I don't think I can tell what material it is. But they look great together. They're really cute. After seeing Sinners, I just kind of went into a Hailee Steinfeld deep dive, and I think she's so cool. She's quick, she's funny, she's beautiful. I like them as a couple. I love seeing 2 talented people, like equally but differently talented, come together. And I will say this was funny. I was talking to a guy at a bar in New York this past weekend, and he's like, I'm from Buffalo. You know, the Bills, that's all we got. Love the Bills. And I was like, yes. What is Hailee Steinfeld's man's name again? Because I knew that would just be like piss him off. And he was like, Josh Allen. And I was like, yes. Yep.
That's so
him. That
funny.
man. That man.
That kind of reminds me. Do you guys know Kyle Prue on TikTok?
No.
He is so funny. We need to get him on this fucking show.
Really?
Like immediately if we can. He does stuff
immediately. Kyle Prue, where are you?
I don't know if he's in LA. We need to get him. He does stuff you can say to piss off men, and that's definitely one of the things that he would have put on that
for
list.
sure.
Yes.
That's really funny.
I just like seeing, you know, like just baiting.
Yes.
But anyhow, they look great together. And I guess one of Josh Allen's teammates had actually kind of like spoiled the date of their wedding on an interview, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Which is just like such a man thing to do. They were like, you got any fun weddings coming up? And he was like, soon, May 31st. It's happening.
So Deion Dawkins, right? He plays for the Bills with Josh Allen. That is so funny.
You know what pisses me off about this more than anything else? If you ever go to your man and you ask him for details of a wedding, this motherfucker knows nothing.
Nothing.
He doesn't know the dress code. He doesn't know the date. He doesn't know the time. He doesn't know the location. He barely knows the name of the bride. He literally knows nothing. But you can get up here the one time you remember some shit is when it matters.
And you're not supposed to
and
tell
you're
anyone.
not supposed to say anything. You say it about a fucking celebrity couple in the news.
So then what everyone probably was buzzing, being like, okay, so that's when Josh and Hailey's wedding is.
Yeah.
Damn. And you know she was trying to keep that shit private.
You know she was.
Well, I'm like,
she's like, Deion, the fuck?
The
I'm
Vogue
dragging
wedding.
you. I'm dragging you. That's crazy.
I'm like, the Vogue wedding hasn't come out yet. So, like, these
Okay.
paparazzi pictures probably, like, I mean, I'm sure they would have been taken either way.
Yeah.
But now they had, like, cameras ready to go. Like,
Okay.
hovering above Ventura where
Okay.
his wedding
How did
was.
they find
good
out
point.
where it was going to be? How the fuck do the paparazzis?
How do the
Paps know stuff?
No.
Because of the sources.
Because-
sources
Because
say-
Dion, whoever this person is telling the paps.
Okay, so yeah, they got married in Ventura in California.
Yep.
All we've seen so far are a few paparazzi photos. Maybe Deion is at fault for that.
Dion.
And you said we're waiting for the Vogue spread because we just know that obviously there's going to be a big Vogue spread.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
so
feel
any-
like, I mean, yeah, it's
We're
enough.
assuming.
I'm
so?
assuming.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I've just weighed, like
Like,
patiently
duh.
waiting. I'm like, I
Definitely,
feel
yeah.
like she's not going to, no offense to People Magazine, but I feel like she's going to go Vogue wedding type
Oh,
of
yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you give your photos and let Vogue do a whole spread on your wedding, do they pay you for that, or is that just like an editorial feature thing? And it's obviously a compliment and kind of like of high praise to get your wedding featured in Vogue.
I
Definitely.
feel like probably someone of their stature might get paid, but I was watching an influencer who is like, she had a lot of followers, but not to like the level of celebrity status.
Yeah.
And she was talking about doing an exclusive in a magazine for her wedding, and she's like the phone policy, because you can't have a single picture from the ceremony leak before the exclusive comes out, or else it's like completely fucked. So I'm like very interested, because the paparazzi is obviously different than
Right.
Okay, because
like,
it's a
fans.
Vogue
They
exclusive.
can't control that.
Yeah, they can't control that, but you can control people at the wedding taking pictures.
Yes.
So I'm like, I wonder how uptight they are about it.
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a great call. I didn't realize
Good
it
to
was
know.
like a Vogue exclusive is what people do.
Yeah.
I'm
Like these are the
manifesting.
come on. Sequoia
Like,
and
between
Garrick
now
Vogue
and next
exclusive.
year. Let me get big enough for a Vogue exclusive. Thank you.
Please.
Stay with us. We're taking a quick break, but we will be right back with news of Sydney Sweeney's latest collab. Sydney Sweeney fans can now wash themselves in her bathwater.
Yes, so back in October, Sydney appeared in a Dr. Squash commercial, and the caption for that said, "For my dirty little boys out there, upgrade to Dr. Squash Natural Body Wash for men who prefer natural." And
Wow.
the top comment on that was, "How much for the bathwater?" And so on Thursday,
They got cooking.
they got cooking, because on Thursday they announced that you can now officially buy Sydney Sweeney's bathwater bar soap.
Oh my God.
The
This
dirty
is
little
fun.
boys are having a field
Who
day.
like naturals. This is fun.
This
It's
is
fun.
funny.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
like that
funny.
they actually like took that funny
Yeah,
top comment and was like,
totally.
"Oh, we have something for you." Actually,
For sure.
Do you think that was the plan all along?
no,
Or they just ran with it?
I think they ran with it.
Okay.
Definitely.
I think they ran with it. And so now they're saying, so they came out with the soap, right? Sydney's little icon is on it. Dr. Squatch, come and get it. $8 for a bar of soap. What is it actually called? Sydney's Bathwater Bliss. Okay, so that's the name of the soap.
Got it.
And they're saying that it's got a few different ingredients in it, and they're kind of hitting it again. Like Sydney's Bathwater is in this soap. They've mentioned it multiple times in listing the ingredients: made with sand, sea salt, shea butter. Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater is listed as the narrative element. Oh, narrative element.
Narrative element.
Okay, we got it.
So
we
it's
solved
fake.
it.
So it's not,
fake.
It's not
fake.
in there.
It's fake.
Right. It's a narrative element.
Because that's one of the things that we were debating. We were like, they keep saying the bathwater's in it. Do we actually think they made the bars of soap with the bathwater?
There was no way in hell they put Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. It feels like there'd just be too many potential risks with that.
Okay, but
They
you know
called
what?
it one of nature's finest aphrodisiacs.
This is gross.
Okay, so they're just like they're really taking it and running. You know what would be hilarious though? What
What?
Dr. Squatch should do now is actually make a video. Even if Sydney might not even need to be she doesn't need to be in it, but of them like going and scooping water out of
That
to
would be
make
funny.
it like
Yeah.
play on the joke that
If
they
she
didn't
was
use
in
the
it
water.
and she then the next scene is her in like a chemist lab coat and she's like mixing
Measuring.
formulas, with like glasses on.
Oh,
and she
this-
like looks really hot.
And she's like wet from the
Yes,
from the
from the
tub and
bath.
like put the lab coat on over. Oh my God, dirty little boys.
Hello, we
are
just
freaking
gave you
out.
a whole free little thing. Run with it,
Like, if she's making royalties on this, they can.
She might as well keep promoting
selling.
it.
right? 100%. Don't make it limited. Just
Yeah.
go ahead. If it's doing well, they really should just make it a normal run.
Okay, but I have a question. I have a
Yes.
follow-up question. Which type of men are buying Sydney's Bathwater Bliss? Because if I had a man, which I don't, if I did, and I saw that he had purchased Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, I would be pissed.
You know what? First of all, I actually don't think men are buying this. I think women are buying this.
Yeah.
I think the girlies
Might
think this is
try it.
funny and they're buying this.
Okay, cute.
First
Which
of
is
all.
good for Dr. Squatch.
Which is good for them.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, I feel like if a man does buy it, he's buying it as a bit. Like, I don't think any like excessively horny man is like, oh my God, this has Sydney Sweeney in it. That would be weird. If I went in Garrick's bathroom and he had Dr. Squatch Sydney Sweeney stuff, I would think that he was doing a bit and I would laugh.
Okay.
I would think that he was like trying to be funny.
Great point.
I'm thinking also maybe like frat boys.
Okay.
College age type
True.
of
That
peop-
makes
like,
sense too.
And it's like kind of funny.
And it's
Or you're like
kind
buying
of-
it for your friend,
It's a
guy
bit.
friend as a gift.
Yeah,
It's a gag gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good point.
I could definitely see that. It reminds me of the Goop vagina candle.
Oh, yeah?
Erykah Badu also made a vagina candle.
Okay.
Like, women have done this where it's their own scent.
Okay.
Their own vaginal scent. So, I mean, it happens. And all of it feels like a gag gift to me. Like, nobody's actually like, ooh, I can't wait to smell
Totally.
Erykah Badu's vagina.
Totally.
Do you want to know what the scent of this is called?
Sure, please.
What?
Morning wood.
Morning
Oh.
wood.
Sydney's Bathwater Bliss smells like morning wood.
It's so funny. And by morning wood, they mean blend of pine, Douglas fir, and earthy moss
Okay.
with a touch of the actress's bathwater.
Okay. I
So
wish
they're totally leaning in.
Yes,
they
they're
are
really leaning in.
They are. Which I guess is funny. Okay, we're going with the wood smells, but like I wish it was more. Well, yeah, because they want men to buy it, so it needs to be a male's fragrance. Okay, I get it. Because I was like, wait, Bathwater Bliss doesn't. To me, in my
That
mind,
does
that's not
sound
smelling
feminine.
like fucking morning wood.
Right,
What?
right.
Those two are different.
You know what? I really do feel like there's too much of a chasm there. Like they really should
Right?
have bridged that gap a little bit more. Bathwater Bliss definitely sounds girly and like floral, maybe something
Yes.
fruity, perhaps, and then it to not smell like that.
It's
Yeah,
not-
they
it's
needed to
not
name it
smelling
something
like
else.
yeah.
They needed to name it Sydney Sweeney. Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney, and period.
Sydney Sweeney's morning wood.
Hello.
Sydney
There we go.
Sweeney.
Right.
Do you guys like bars of soap? I think they're disgusting. Personally.
Well, thank you for. Now, what if I'm like, yeah, I exclusively use bars of soap, and you're like,
I feel
well,
like men go for bars of soap because it's like cheaper and
It's fair.
I don't know why. Maybe because it's like more traditional.
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's
men
either
go for
that or
soap.
the 3-in-1 shampoo,
Or the
conditioner.
3-in-1.
soap.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is extremely questionable. I will sometimes double cleanse. It depends on what I'm trying to do. So generally, I have a body wash that I use, Naturium, because I love Naturium. And then I will sometimes use a panoxyl medicated soap
Okay.
that has like acne control
Yeah.
in it, and that only comes in the bar.
Okay.
So I'll just do both.
I kind of like doing a bar just for the like nostalgia of it. Like I feel like I'm like back in the day before the iPhone,
That's
using the
very
bar of
fair.
soap. Like
Yeah.
in the summer using a soap. I don't know. It's one of those like little things that like feels like more traditional to me.
Yeah.
Feels like you're in a cartoon. You know, cartoon characters always have like this really
exactly.
sudsy bar of soap that they're
Yes.
rubbing on their body in like a
Yes.
shower cap.
Like I'm taking a proper shower
Like,
right now. Yeah.
That's what it seems like. I get that.
And like the back scrubber.
Yeah,
Quite
yeah.
literally,
Yes.
exactly that.
Just feel like there's still all of your dirt on it.
I mean, yes,
That
I've,
just
I've also
stays
heard.
on it.
I will say, when I was young, my mom, we only used bar soap when I was a kid for the household, and my mom would think that I was pretending to shower because I would rinse off the soap after I was finished using
yeah.
it. Because I thought it was fucking weird to just
Yeah.
leave the dirt and the suds on it. So I kind of understand what you're saying. And so it didn't look like it had been used.
Right?
She's like, why doesn't this have any like suds or anything on it? I'm like, because I rinsed it. Why don't you rinse it when you use it?
I don't feel like it's different now that like I have my own bathroom.
Yeah.
But like when it was me and my brother and my sister growing up in the same shower with the same
Everyone
bar of
using the
soap,
bar.
I'm like, ew, that's disgusting.
Wait, do you guys put the bar on your body?
I don't. I use a washcloth.
Okay.
or
I don't know. I feel like growing
A
up, we
loofah.
probably did put it on our body.
if I see a bar of soap in the shower,
You're
I'll
putting it
slap
on.
it right on the skin.
Yeah.
I always like got it on my hands and then washed
I think
myself.
that's smart. I think that's what you should do. But now I'm thinking and I'm like, I do take the
Yeah.
bar and go like that, which like if I'm
Go
sharing
like
it with
that.
anyone else is kind of gross. People have given me the same shit growing up, especially in my current apartment. I don't, but I love taking baths. But I would
I hate
shower first and then
just so
which
you
is-
weren't super dirty.
This is a big waste of water. Hopefully, no environmentalists are
You'll be
listening.
all right, you'll be all right.
But then I'll take a bath after, like just chill in the bath for a little.
Yeah.
People have a problem with that.
I
You do?
I don't like baths at all.
You
But I
don't
don't care if
like
other
bathroom?
people take baths. I
No.
just think for myself, I do not want to sit in my lukewarm, dirty bath water.
Well, this is where I explain. I'm clean. I already showered.
You're
But
taking
then
like
why
a
wouldn't-
jacuzzi.
I'm taking,
Yeah.
and then I'm just filling up the tub with water and chilling in it, but I'm all clean
Then why wouldn't you just get out after you took a shower?
because I love submerging in hot water and just chilling.
Okay.
Like,
I
what's
get
So it's
that.
not you're not trying to clean yourself in
Right.
the bath.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about baths for trying to clean myself. I'll do it if I'm trying to relax, but like trying to clean myself, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna consider myself clean after I get out of bath. Not to say that people aren't clean after
Yeah.
bathing. I don't know about myself.
You know what's a crazy fact too, random to sum this up, that I learned the other day that you couldn't take a hot shower. They didn't start like implementing hot showers until like the 1960s.
What are you
Pardon?
talking about?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You mean it was cold?
Yeah, I saw like Marilyn Monroe never took a hot shower
In her life?
in her life because it wasn't the timeline when they started like allowing you to access hot water through the shower.
Then I would take
Isn't
a bath.
that crazy?
I hate it. I would take a bath.
So that's why I think they were taking baths
Okay.
and filling up the tub with hot water
That
and
makes
getting
sense.
in. Yeah.
Until I was very young. Probably until I was like 10, we exclusively took baths in my household. And I think it was just like a layover
For sure.
or something like that.
For
like
sure.
just traditional.
Just get in there.
Right. And then we started taking showers and I thought it was like so cool that I could take a shower. Anyways.
Moving on from Sydney's Bathwater
Moving
Bliss.
on from Sydney. Ariana Grande has just been cast in an iconic comedy franchise.
I'm very excited because Ariana is going to be in Meet the Parents 4.
Yeah,
Nice.
kind of a crazy announcement.
I feel like it's a big. I was
It's
not
big for
expecting
her.
it. Big, and it's a comedy, obviously. And she was so funny in Wicked, so I am
So funny.
so excited.
I'm so excited to watch my girl stretch her comedy chops. It's
Me
going to
too.
be so fun.
Me too, because I really like Meet the Parents. I feel like my family, my parents love that movie, so
Yep.
we watched it. Greg Fokker is played by Ben Stiller, travels with his girlfriend Pam to her sister's wedding where he meets her parents, who is Robert De Niro, played by Robert De Niro, Jack the dad, and the mother, Dina. I forget who plays her. Anyways, there's just like a whole series of funny mishaps between Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro, the fucking cat that Robert De Niro loves, and the cat's like escape. Like, it's just like, laugh after laugh after laugh. And then the second in the series, in the franchise, is Meet the Fockers, where Ben Stiller's parents meet Pam's parents.
Yep.
And that's also really funny. I didn't see the third one, Little Fockers. I don't know if
I
you guys
have
did.
not.
But then this is going to be the fourth. So, and Ariana Grande, is playing Robert De Niro's son's fiance. Okay.
Nice.
Right?
Ben
son's-
Stiller's son.
Ben
Ben
Stiller's
Stiller's
son.
son.
Yes.
Sorry, Ben Stiller's son. Okay, so Ben Stiller and Pam had a kid.
So Robert De Niro's grandson.
Grandson. Okay, is now with Ariana Grande.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
I'm really excited.
Me too. Was she really funny? I didn't watch the show that she was in.
Oh, Victorious?
Victorious.
She was funny, but Victorious was like written very weird. It was a Dan Snyder show.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a little strange, but yeah, she was the breakout for me. Even watching it without her becoming Ariana, yet,
Okay.
I was like that one.
Okay.
I feel like this is different too because it's not even a rom-com, and it is a rom-com. But like, it's a
Yeah.
comedy.
It is a comedy. You're right.
Like,
Right.
It's
it's not-
comedy forward.
It's comedy forward, not like
Comedy.
romantic Like it's
Right.
very much a comedy. So like she's really gonna have to go all in.
I mean, if she got casted in it, I'm sure she was up again. I'm sure that she has been reignited by Wicked and was like, that was so fun. I want to act more, and went up for it and got the role. Like, I'm sure she was up against other people, but they were like, damn, you killed that. Okay, you're in.
Yeah, it says she's playing a ball-busting woman who seems to be all wrong.
Oh, a ball! I can't imagine her playing that role. Okay, I'm really excited to see where this goes.
So she's gonna be a little dumb, Ari.
I know. I am disappointed because it feels like we're
Oh.
not getting more music, but
Oh yeah.
Okay. She's a ball busting woman who seems all wrong for
The fiance.
the
Yeah.
fiance.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be hilarious. I mean, she's so campy and theatrical that I feel like, and she seems so like disciplined and driven at the same time.
Yeah.
Just hearing her interviews surrounding getting the role for Wicked, that if she's given an assignment, she's going to work to like pull off the role.
yeah, oh, certainly. She's also a Capricorn rising, so yeah, she's gonna do that for sure.
That's going to be exciting. I'm
Yeah.
happy for her.
Yep.
Me too.
Wicked for Good comes out November 21st.
Wicked for Good,
Which is
What
the
should
part
do
two.
that.
Part two.
And you know what? I'm really hoping in Wicked for Good because, as I mentioned before, I didn't really Wicked before the Ariana Grande-ification of it. I'm hoping that Wicked
You didn't
for Good,
Wicked
I did
before.
Wicked before. I'm hoping that Wicked for Good really makes me like Glinda because I
Oh,
don't
no.
understand why I would like
No.
that
No,
character.
it's gonna get.
I
even
ride for my girl
worse.
Alphaba.
Okay, because I'm like, she just seems horrible. Like, I'm waiting for the character development to be like, oh, okay, but she is redeemable because. I'm like, where is it? When's it
I
coming?
don't remember, but I don't know if we get that.
No, it's
because
only getting worse.
I saw the play live
Yeah.
after seeing Wicked the movie, and I still was like, I saw the whole thing, and I was like, okay, so she doesn't have like a redemption arc.
Totally. Well, even in Wicked Part 1, we see, right, it starts in like current time and then it's a flashback to
Yes.
Alphaba and Glinda going to school together. So we already know a little bit of how the friendship plays out.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. I am really excited for Wicked for Good Part 2. I didn't realize that's coming up in November. That's going to come up quick.
It's going to come so fast.
When they said 2 parts originally, it felt like it was going to be so drawn out in such a long time.
Yes.
But I feel like Wicked Part 1, the buzz isn't even really over, and we're already on almost getting Part 2.
I know. And it feels like really good around the holidays. I don't know
Yes,
why.
I agree.
But like that timing just is really satisfying to me.
More movies need to pay attention to the timeliness of the drops. Please,
Absolutely.
as I said before, stop dropping horror films in the summertime. I want that in the fall.
We want that at Halloween.
I only want that in the fall. I don't want it in the summer.
No.
At To Doom, they were talking about the new Frankenstein movie, and it was like being premiered in October. I was like, thank fucking
Period.
God.
Like, thank you for understanding the importance.
It's like, we can't have Frankenstein if it's not around Halloween. Thank
There
you.
really is.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, but don't change that channel. We will be right back with Music Monday and news on Taylor Swift's biggest win yet.
And it's time for Music Monday.
Music Monday.
Emily, hit that.
They'll never get old.
It won't.
Oh, whoa. I just tried to do it. Whoa. Wait, okay, before we get into Music Monday, I do have to tell you guys this one thing. This just reminded me. When I went to Kendrick's SZA last weekend, there was like a 13-year-old girl sitting behind me and my friend who was so cute. She was there for her birthday. She was there with her parents and her brother, which also was kind of like, okay.
Like a weird birthday
family
trip for a
affair.
13-year-old, but okay.
Very strange.
Family affair for Kendrick Lamar. This girl was the worst singer I've ever had. I sounded like Mariah Carey hitting that one run compared to her. Luckily, she didn't know every song.
Luckily.
Oh my God. We left and I said to my friend, thank God little girl behind us did not know every song, because the ones that she knew, me and her were looking. I would like turn around and smile at her because I was like, honey, honey, I can't even believe how bad of a singer you are.
Imagine
Anyhow.
she's getting picked up from soccer practice right now. Her parents turn on XM radio and they're like, what's this new channel? And she hears you talking about her bad singing.
A bitch hit some flats.
A bitch hit some flats.
She's like, damn, God forbid a bitch hit some flats.
Me just now trying. Okay, well, you know who's not hitting flats? You know who's hitting a big win? My girl. The tortured poet of all tortured poets, Taylor Swift. So this has been a whole drama. Hannah, you probably know even more of the intricacies of the Scooter Braun selling of Taylor Swift's music. But basically, Scooter Braun, he spent $300 million in 2019 to buy the masters of, I believe it was 5 of Taylor Swift's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Taylor Swift's albums, including Taylor Swift's self-titled Fear, which is one of my faves. These are all my faves. Yeah. Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, Reputation. He bought it from Big Machine Label Group, which is the record label that Taylor Swift was originally signed to. $300 million in 2019. Then he sold it a year later to Shamrock Capital for $360 million.
Bitch, Scooter Braun's net worth is $1 billion.
Shut the fuck up.
What is happening? I would have never guessed that in my life.
Yeah, I mean, he had
because he's doing
Taylor,
shady shit like this, or what?
Justin, Ariana, and Demi for a long time. So
He did have some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Understood.
still.
He had all of them.
A
And he
billion. We never hear about him being a billionaire.
No.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
not. Okay.
probably because his
Interesting.
wife took half of it.
Oh, well, yeah. So this one says 500 million. So maybe so.
Okay. They split it in 2.
Yeah.
So he flipped it, made $60 million off it, sold it to the Shamrock Capital. Taylor has been re-recording a lot of these albums the past few years because she doesn't own the rights to these albums, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the whole Taylor's version.
That's whole Taylor's version, and that's, I guess, the inspiration for the Eras tour slightly.
Yep.
Okay.
And weren't these albums not available on streaming for a while?
No, they were. It's just the Swifties didn't want to listen to them to give Scooter the streaming money of it all. So they listened to the Taylor's version so that he didn't profit off of it at all.
Okay. And yeah, it was interesting because Taylor would bring everyone back in the studio and be like, we're going to record it just like we did however many years ago. So then it came out this weekend. I guess everyone has been anticipating that she was going to re-release Reputation soon. The Swifties have been chomping at the bit, waiting for that announcement, and that announcement didn't come. But Taylor was we even talked about this last week. Wasn't she hinting that Reputation was coming?
Yeah, which is crazy. So Taylor ended up buying all of them back, and a lot of people asked about the Reputation Taylor's version. And she said, I know. What about Rep TV? Full transparency. I haven't even re-recorded a quarter of it. The Reputation album was so specific to that time in my life, and I kept hitting a stopping point when I tried to remake it. To be perfectly honest, it's the one album in those first 6 that I thought couldn't be improved upon by redoing it. Not the music or photos or videos, so I just kept putting it off.
Okay, so she's pretty much saying, y'all not getting Reputation. Stop asking me for that shit.
Yeah.
I now own it. Go listen to Reputation.
She said, it's back. Go look and listen to it.
You got it. You're good.
And this past weekend, this news all came out that Reputation isn't coming, but I did buy everything back from Shamrock Capital for $360 million. So now I own
same amount
all
that
of
they
my
bought it. They
all
bought
of my
it for
music.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I don't even know how this comes to be. Like,
right.
Evaluation.
No one was. The Swifties had no idea about this.
No, they had no idea about it. The crazy Swifties went back and found the picture that she posted. So, like, Taylor posted a picture with her 6 albums and was like, "You belong with me," which is kind of cute.
Oh, yeah.
She posted that this weekend.
This weekend to her, like, all of her socials with like a letter to the fans explaining
cute
about the purchase of it all.
Understood.
And the Swifties had found that the pictures were taken, I think, like in April or May. So she had obviously known about it for a while, but the pictures were taken basically like a month and a half before the announcement came out.
How'd they find out when the pictures were taken?
They like back-ended it. I don't know exactly.
They back-ended it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The internet's scary.
Yeah.
They back-ended it. What?
Yeah, they basically like went and figured out when the picture was taken.
They had a coder. Yeah. One of the Swifties is a coder and hacked in and figured out.
Certainly.
Yeah. So do the Swifties feel a little betrayed when Taylor does stuff like this, that they're like, wow, like,
you didn't give us a heads up?
Yeah, I feel like her fans feel like they're so deserving of a lot of information about her that I wonder if they're like, wow, we weren't even on this scent. I feel a little blindsided here.
I've seen it, like, the comments go like both ways, because a lot of people are now like, we can listen to the old songs again. Like, we always liked these versions better. Like, thank God. And then, like, some of the Swifties are like, Taylor worked really, really hard, so we should appreciate all the art that she's ever put out. Like, don't disregard Taylor's version. And then other people are like, why have we been listening to this the whole time if she knew this was happening? So I just feel like there's a lot of discourse, but the most of it was about Reputation.
Okay.
Version.
I have a confession, which is I would never do the Taylor's version.
I mean, I feel like
I was putting money in Scooter Braun's pocket.
Oh, you're not saying theoretically. You're saying you.
No, like when I went back to go
version.
listen to Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, I was just always going to the OG album, because those are the albums that I never even listened to the Taylor's version. Were they they sounded the same, or did they sound slightly different?
No, they sounded very different.
They sounded very different.
I hate that. Why do they do that?
It was like,
because like her voice has changed.
Yeah.
It's developed. Like,
I get it, but I feel like, I guess my favorite re-record is Potential Breakup Song, Allie and AJ, because it sounds very similar.
Yeah.
Like, they do the same runs, because they know that's what I'm here for. Do not switch up the runs. Don't switch up the cadence. Don't piss me off.
Right.
But a lot of people, like, as I've talked about, JoJo re-recorded I think she re-recorded Leave, Get Out. Her voice also matured.
For sure.
And it sounds different. She does different runs. She, like, takes liberties. Why would you take these liberties? Who told you to take these liberties with your own art? You do what I want you to do with your art. Not what you want to do with your art.
I want it this way.
I want it like this.
Taylor did say that she did re-record Taylor Swift.
Okay, I'll be listening to that.
She said, I've already completely re-recorded my entire debut album, and I really love how it sounds now. Those 2 albums, talking about Reputation and Taylor Swift, can still have their moments to reemerge when the time is right, if that would be something you guys would be excited about. But if it happens, it won't be from a place of sadness and longing for what I wish I could have. It will be a big celebration now. So she's saying that they could have their own moments. But
Question for you, Hannah. This is like, I'm giving you Swiftie trivia. I'm putting you on the spot
I'm
right
not even
now.
this much of
I know. This is kind of a hard question. I know so she's saying she re-recorded Taylor Swift. Awesome. Has she re-recorded Fearless?
Yes.
She has.
Yes.
Okay. Speak Now?
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've never listened to Taylor's version of these, but I do love all these albums. Red?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has she
And
done
she came out
everything
with
but
Bolt songs.
Yeah, she's done everything except for, she's released those 4 and then has Taylor Swift, which is re-recorded, and then Reputation, which she said she hasn't even recorded a quarter of it.
Got
And
it.
did she re-record 1989 as well?
Yeah, that one's already out too.
Okay, well, All right, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep on my favorite Taylor Swift albums. Maybe I will go back and re-listen and see if they sound different. Honestly, because I'm just curious because I haven't given it a chance.
Yeah.
The biggest one, do you remember Better Than Revenge? Where it's
Are you kidding? Yes.
She's better off than the things that she does on the mattress.
Whoa.
On the new version, she'd cut that out.
Oh.
So everyone's very excited that we can have the mattress version back.
I literally hate when they do this. I hate when they do this. Also,
it said something about her being an actress or like something, but not.
Like, no. I understand that it was a different time. I'm not faulting you for a different time. I'm just not.
Oh, yeah, because in one of the songs, I think it might be from her original debut album, she says, like, because you're gay.
And she doesn't say that anymore either.
Everyone's like, give me the homophobic version. It's fine, Taylor.
Yeah. No, I mean,
the queer Swifties are like, it's okay.
It reminds me of Hailee Williams and Paramore no longer playing Misery Business at their shows because it's you're just a whore, nothing more. Once a whore, nothing more. Was part of the lyrics. Sorry, that'll never change.
We don't care.
I want to. That's the part I was most excited about screaming. Like, what do you mean? Even now, Hailee, they reinstated it in their set list, but Hailee will let the audience sing it.
Okay.
I'm like, baby, come on, scream it into the mic.
Okay.
Scream it into the mic.
Yeah. It just came about in I feel like early kind of the 20-teens, I should say, where it's like, oh shit, like PC culture. It was just like, oh, I don't want to offend anyone. You're not a whore. No, I love whore.
You're not a whore.
Like, I don't want to.
I'm a whore. You're a whore. You're a whore.
Yeah, I feel like it's more just like inclusive. When you say it in an inclusive, fun way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the Taylor Swift gay thing might be a little bit different. But anyhow, Taylor celebrated this weekend with Selena Gomez in New York City, right? And everyone was excited about that.
Yeah, they went to dinner at Monkey Bar in New York City. And there's a bunch of paparazzi pictures of them and some like fan sneaky photos of them in the restaurant as well.
Okay.
I liked
it was just the two of them going out to dinner?
Yeah, just the two of them.
That's cute.
I thought Selena looked really good. I liked her outfit. She had
Me too.
like this like tan monochrome outfit that had like a brown halter top and then
I thought
jacket.
she looked great.
Yeah, I thought she looked really, really good.
And not a Blake Lively in sight.
Not a Blake Lively in sight.
Blake was trying to get into Monkey Bar, but the security guard said, not you.
No.
We know
Not
you.
you.
Not
Not
welcome
you.
here.
Yeah, they must roll with like a lot of security, right? Like, do they have someone you think like standing near them in the restaurant?
Hell yeah.
They must.
I fear there might be a sniper on the roof type shit. Like, I'm like, it's giving presidential level tight security.
Sniper on the roof. Taylor brings a sniper with her.
Get up there.
Everywhere she
Get on the
goes.
roof.
She's like, watch.
Right.
Keep me safe.
I'm telling you.
Oh my, she has American Sniper with her.
Very much.
I don't know. You think Taylor travels with a sniper?
Or she has like a skin that looks like her skin, but it's bulletproof.
Oh my God.
And so we never have actually seen
Stop.
Taylor Swift's body. We just like see an external skin.
You know what was really crazy during, correct me if the timeline is off, but I think what happened was when Kanye West interrupted Taylor receiving the award, Beyonce made the best music video of all time at the VMAs. There was a year where we didn't see Taylor.
No, yeah.
She was going in and out of the apartment in New York City in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
What?
Yeah.
I knew you didn't know this, lore.
What?
We did not.
I knew we didn't see her, but I thought she went overseas somewhere where there was less paparazzi and
No,
she was like
babe.
chilling.
Nope.
No.
I'm so sorry. She was doing what?
She was getting rolled in and out of her apartment to car in a suitcase.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
She was in the suitcase.
Taylor Swift is 6'8". And she-
LeBron James height.
She's folded up in a suitcase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
She was folded up in the suitcase. Then she comes out with Reputation. The old Taylor's dead. New Taylor's back. And that's big reputation. Big reputation. So that whole thing turned me off. The whole suitcase thing. So Reputation, I've never been a big fan because it came.
Turner. And that is an ick. I'm not going to hold you. Thinking about Taylor Swift folding into a suitcase.
Sequoia, look it up right now, Taylor Swift
I
suitcase.
can't do this. I don't even know if I want to see it.
And there's all these pictures with just like her team rolling a suitcase out on the New York City street, and the fans were like,
This
oh,
is insane. You guys, I can't. This can't be real. I refuse to believe Taylor Swift is in this big black suitcase that I'm looking at.
And then it was the phone call with Kim where Kim edited the phone call and did all of that
that was
stuff.
all that time.
Yeah. And then she said, yeah, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. She's dead.
She's dead. Yeah.
But she's back.
This is batshit crazy. Okay.
Okay. We're going to have to debrief after. That is it for today's episode. Follow us at The Daily Dirty and tune in tomorrow as we get down and dirty in the weeds of the biggest stories in pop culture. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.